Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Woods FSX again. Back again, finally trying to post a video. Excuse me. Well, all in all, um, trying to live life as you live life, and haven't put in the videos up. Kind of right now, I'm still do flights. But usually they are offline for the most part. They're offline. Anyway, I got started in this RUN8 train simulator. This version 3. That has been a version 1, 2, 3, which I last year. As you know, or might not know, I'm in the freight industries, KCS Railways. Now, I I still work for them, whatever. But anyway, why not go and try to train stuff? So some people say, well, man, it's boring. You work on a train, you want to, you know, uh, drive the train, which I am a conductor, brakeman, and all that together. Still, I say, yeah. I mean, at least I know what I'm doing. Planes, it came to a whole different thing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I learned it. So I feel like I'd be more adamant in this right here because that's what I do for a living. So anyway, this is RUN8 Train Simulator 3. You got the UP, ENS, Southwest United States, which really consists of California, um, pretty much California, Arizona, all it. Got the CSX Railway, which is actually Georgia, Florida, actually Georgia, Florida, as I know it. Okay. Today, just gonna do a kind of tutorial, kind of well to explain some of it, or what I know. I am not a professional. Actually, this simulator has a lot of. It's a pretty deep learning. Right here, I'm not gonna explain everything. I can tell you that this you can go to run8.com to download it. It's not cheap. It's $50. Um, train sim. This is the most accurate that I have actually for this train simulator. Not the best with the sceneries and all that, but accurate as far as the train goes, as far as dynamics of the train. So what we see here is actually trains, and I do have a Bakersfield. This is also subdivision. I do have this scenery and actually this section, a subdivision, Bakersfield. Also, I had it, and you have to look up what all these mean. Got actually a site called the depot. All of this where you go. They actually have New York City in here because even if you can't go to New York City or whatever, you can send your train that way and you can let AI take over it once it gets your basically subdivision. You want to get rid of it. This is the most realistic that I have came across. Like I said, I'm not gonna explain everything because some of extra board. This is a hump yard that bring the cars in. They sort them out in the hump yard and where they supposed to go. Amtrak, Fresno, King Park. All of this is in Bakersville, Barstow, the Homes, Harvey, and Needles. So right now, but we're just gonna go up this train. Got a little time before. I know that I have this actually punch it. I'll be explaining some stuff as we go. Not everything, but what I know about this train, about this simulator. And my volume down a little bit anyway, because it's probably loud. I don't know how loud it is, because should have tested it a little. Anyway, here's the train. This simulator actually has a fly mode. However, do it by pressing the left shift and fly backwards and fast, slow. This train is uh so actually it's this subdivision. And the thing about this is you can build your own trains however you want. But this is actually one of the trains that BN actually runs from Barstow to, I'm trying to do it like this. It runs from Barstow level to Bakersville to Barstow. I press the F3, it actually shows where this train is at. Actually, right here. Now, one thing I don't know, I haven't figured out yet. I'm still trying to make my way. Which way going? How do you detect which way your train is going? This particular one, uh, go back out. This way, back this way, or the switch. Train is and also this, whatever you want to call it. Also, how you switch it and dispatch and tell this switch here is line to go to the right. But so I do actually now go up here. You actually can dispatch this train yourself or whatever. You'll see that actually work. It's like here, like that I got. It's actually already lined up for, yeah, like I said, the graphics on here are bad. It's not signal saying stop. That is signal. It says 25 miles. So and so right here is at mile marker 880. I'll switch back. Um, try to do this because we're in another whole subdivision yard or whatever. This here is actually this is the Harvey, and it's hard to kind of. This is the Bakersville. I mean, it's down, but basically we still considered Bakers Bakersville Harvey. So actually, Bakersville going back out that way. This train here is set to go Barstow. We had to go all the way through here, navigate our way all out through here on a 1 and A. That this hooks up to this part. Now I can tell you that actually here, wait, it just looks short, and it's probably 20, 30 miles to this side. Anyway, we're gonna actually I want to show you before we get to do all that. Start on this. What you can do is, which what I like because this game is customizable. But what you do is also get your own train. I think that's one of the best parts. By the way, like this dispatcher screen on, you can actually flip this. I'll let we how to do that. But I wanted to show you here find livery or KCS, Kansas City Southern. You know, where I presently work for over 4 years. So I'm going to spawn a train here. Local here, and you have to download these packs. These in the blue are the ones that I have actually downloaded and bought for the most part of it. Got the R8 livery. I mean, BNSF livery 44.9, T44, 449 West or whatever you want to call it. I don't know all the symbols for them, but these are liveries. It's 44 DC, some basis, right? We're gonna use because this is actually the only Kansas City Southern um, loco I can find. So I'm gonna make a little short train. I imagine it probably. I haven't figured out how to change it around. Doing is I'm just making a train actually. So get two engines and freight cars. We'll make this into a we refer to. Yeah, we'll do whale cars. 52 feet whale cars. See them all the time. Just know what they are. I have a minute it feels. Correct. On the side that shows I got two locos and 60. Well, it's actually 60. This is the tonnage is 18,800 tons and actually 4.8 uh, horsepower per ton. So this is the empty. If I load these, to be 1.6 horsepower. What we'll do is add another engine back. I'm gonna add another 70 ACE, but I AC. Now, what to do is go and I haven't quite figured out yet. Place this train. What I haven't quite figured out is the train this way, but I think it's backwards. So right now, escape button. Right now, got KCS 4150 and the KCS 4. And so these are just whale cars. Or I'm gonna make them just gonna load them randomly. Now, as you see now, you can see loaded, random load. Actually, just horsepower. That actually, I'll tell you, don't really make any difference. But put a train symbol, and you can make this train go to Barstow. That customized. You just stick to the very small part. We call them pig train, spiders, kind of shit. All this too. Yep. So got the train. All of them have different numbers. Anyway, back up to front. I want to, because actually, it ain't the displayer does not know exactly where this is going, because it's not tagged. So wait. So anyway, how you get this started is uh, how you get this engine started, and it's actually kind of practically realistic, but we got shortcuts in it. You actually can start this train. Pretty much wanted to. Got to go to all of them and actually go to all of them and start them by um, each one of them. In this simulator, everything actually works pretty much. So even you see this coupling here is there, but air is not lined in this. We're gonna start with just starting the engine. This is gonna start every engine. We're gonna go through it all and start everyone by whatever and go walk down through here, which is actually what I do. Look up all these, every one of them, make a whole train. For the most part of my uh, rest of my job is kind of riding, getting a train to where. Anyway, uh, so wanted to put a train symbol on here, whatever. Go here and put this. It actually shows you load load them as you want to or whatever. You can load this however you want to. See, one of the things about this is that basically it's loaded. Yeah, it comes down to when it's loaded, put more weight on. Crazy. Anyway, so right now, speed limit is 55 miles an hour. We got 4,249 loads, 11 empty. Weight is 3,661 tons. So I just showing how that everything goes with that. Anyway, I have some more videos out hopefully. But anyway, what we're gonna do is start the train. This is gonna start all of them. So start it up. Uh, this starts all the locomotives automatically. This auto multi-unit DP on that got a DP on the end. Auto EOT on the other end, or actually have any more locos be on the other end. Tells you what end you're trained at basically. Make sure that you got the same air that's reading on your dashboard. Circuit breakers and air brakes. So we start the engines up, and actually one of the realistic sounding trains. I haven't heard every train simulator. So we're gonna start them up. Hit the button. This actually is how this starts. So both of them are started. Now, show you so none of these are hooked up. So there is a sheet. Yes, you can say you can hook them up by clicking this, and it says air hose is disconnected. You can connect it like so. All right, air cock is closed. We're gonna leave it closed for right now. Uh, but we do have a cheat on it. Only thing you do is press F7. Show you briefly. I like walking the tray. Don't supposed to be walking in the middle of the tray. Uh, like I said, you can connect them. You can connect every one, but what I do is essentially here, pick your train. I'm gonna hook all my DP, everything up, air brakes and everything. So hook your air brakes up with the cheat. As I say, you can walk through every one of these things and line them up. That's what you want to do. Right now. I'm just kind of learning this most part of it. So I'm gonna go to hook my DP. Actually, what it does is link the DP to the EOT, the circuit breakers, and the air breakers, like this. So it lined all the air brakes on it. Um, Now, one that we clicked into is the lead vehicle, the lead unit, whatever. So it's basically when it says up here EOT success, all this is automatically set, recharging and all that. So it's just normal train talk in a way. But actually, it still has handbrakes applied on the engine. Now, I have a rail driver. Go to raildriver.com and what it looks like. Uh, I like it because it's kind of realistic. You got a rail driver has a horn, but you can run this through just through a key, just through the key. I feel like the rail driver is okay, but needs to be redone as far as the switches and all that. But I can turn everything off on it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead on and get go in the train and get going. So, all right. So here's the train. It's kind of realistic. You got your switches. Got Buddy over there. What they're doing. You look at it. Starting in it. There's a lights. Dynamic brake cut in. A starter switch. You can come in. I think that's starter switch. Anyway, we are in run. Not stop. Isolate. So technically, ready to go. Uh, so some things on here work as aesthetically, but some don't. But it's up to you. I got the rail drive. It's in idle. My main reservoir is up to 140. Basically, we are pretty much ready to go. So I'll show you something outside. I can get on the rail driver. I have control for my lights just by a click. Ditch lights go out, headlights, and actually I have a horn saying. Look, I'm gonna show you this right here, and I can't type it. So just to give you an idea what it looks like. Yes, I have one of these that's got the home everything on it. I have exactly this right here. So that's what I'm controlling it with. All right. Got a horn, bell. Actually, even has an alerter. Pop back in it. Got a cab light here, this and that. But for the main thing to get this thing going, we got a generator switches up, fuel pump, gauge light. You can click them on. You can't tell right now because it's daytime. Uh, Step lights, click them on. It does have a cab light. Yeah, cab light works. Anyway, what we'll do is, since we are here, we're gonna go back to this call it dispatch of the dispatch menu. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll start. It's kind of like it doesn't know that we actually are here. So I'm gonna line all the switches for us and try to get out of the yard. I haven't did this scenario. The last what I did was I was on that train actually. I can explain all this, but this also has a distant counter. It tell you where your versus center, tell you where you idle, the attractive effort, how much is pulling, what's on the rear of your what is showing on the rear, everything. Right now, I got the brakes applied, and I release the brakes, even the brake cylinder pressure. What I'll do is just release the brakes on it. Uh, Actually got the independent brake holding, and you also can on this. It shows you all the other information that this net going to my main reservoir. Get up. But it shows you total axle, the everything, max power. Symbol would be something I just haven't put in anything. How many units you got, loads, and same thing. Switch all of these menus, whatever. However you want to do it, however you want to run it. Right now it's showing I got in the lead, which are the first two motors, engines. I can separate them from the front to the back. That's my fence, not my fence. Meaning that I can control these two back. I mean, I can control them from the front, back engines. I can control them. But today we're not gonna do that. We just go ahead on and reservoir my flow down, like my flow being down to zero if possible. So what it's doing is charging up air and making sure you get air all the way to back, which it does have it, like my flow to get on down, if possible. Also, I press this button on. It tells you my frames per minute, what time, which that's not actually real time. Temperature heading basically north. Not going to anyway. Same thing. This right here shows you how many miles per hour. Reverses in neutral. Uh, Equalizer reservoir 90 pound. Brake pipe like 89 pounds. The flow. This is for the flow. So, uh, your I got it in notch 4 right now. So brake cylinders at 72 because I got the engine brakes applied. This also has a coupler pounds or whatever you want to call it. So it means how much you stretching this train, how much pressure that's on the couplings. Grade, see if you start, when I start running at the grade, it'll be plus or minus. Minus mean you're going down the hill, plus mean you're going up a hill. Distant, I actually don't know what, I never seen that move, but I do have a distant counter. Like I said, pretty real. All right, we got our flow down pretty good. Pretty biting. All right. And I should just get on this one to show you better. But right now, this just, you know, that's a little light video. But it does show you it's 4133, how many miles engine got on it. And this is actually the date that it's showing, but I can't get options somewhere. Date, actually, date on it. I don't know exactly where. But what we do have is, believe it or not, this train will, alerter will come on. Train handling is realistic. Yeah, and braking is realistic. Realistic deep. Green line the rails, and switch and tip over. All of this, this stuff is actually, you can take some of it all. Just depend on how you want your um, how realistic you want it to be, because it can be kind of worse. But real life, that's the way it is. That's the way that the engineers got the control, the pressure and all that. I can change this to December, I mean to January or whatever. Just by over here putting something else in here. Actually, in a way you can't do it. We're not gonna worry about it. You do that on your own. Also, it does have a dispatcher. So, auto will dispatch you on all your routes if you want it to. So it'll start, trains will start populating, and it'll start, you know, making, dropping signals, not dropping signals. It'll line you up the way you want to go. The thing about it is, you don't know, he does not know what his train is fixing to go because it's not labeled. I'm not gonna take time to label it right now. Yeah, he'll line these switches for you. Now, if I can't get this going, we get to the switch and it doesn't have anything, we'll just pop it ourselves. Anyway, we're finna get ready to go. Flow is down. Person is forward. But it will break into. So ELT is on the move right now, so it's saying that the rear of the train ELT is moving. This is how much pressure I have on those couplers back there. Uh, Notch two. I also have another about your act. Next signal says your next signal is at the one. I mean, it's 1.3 miles away. Is what it's actually. You have a lot of control. Every time you hear this sound, that's either usually notching out or putting a notch in, or could be the alerter. Whatever. Right now, it's giving us a green light. But here's what you really have to worry about. Time switches, they are realistic, and this train will derail. Pop outside. Actually, what I'm gonna do is put a brakes on it a little bit. We're gonna go ahead. I truthfully don't get to the signs or whatever. But sometimes it will have these not lined up. Don't worry about the train. Probably. Anyway, it's lined up for us to go straight all the way through. Sometimes you have to check these switches. It won't, it will not lined up for us. Uh, I said, this is just the introduction. Just actually, I usually turn derailment off right for our movement. Everything pretty much works. Of course, what I see, almost none of these are red. Pretty much lined up for pretty much all the way till we get. So actually, listen, oh, depot, I mean ammo pack and actually pretty real. I mean, pretty immersive. Even your little gas station. It's not they, in my opinion, I think it's all right. Yeah, they can do better with a little bit of it, but hey, I'm just functionality of it to me great. So we'll pop back, continue. But right now, we have about got all four motors online, engines online, whatever you want to call them. So this shows you what your bell is on. Get to the crossing out. Bring the bell, the horn and all this. I want to change the horn a little bit, but kind of sound like the regular horn that I hear on the train. So in a way, I can switch screens, and when I switch go go to different screens on it. This is all traction motors, fan one, fan two, on oil pressure. So everything is for the engine monitor. Then you go to the main, back to telling you what you're on the back end, and also what you're pushing just the same. Not just shows you all your other stuff that you. How many gallons of gas I have, diesel or whatever. Put in EOTI. I just thought I'd put up a little bit of plain world. No, I have not forgotten about the flight sim. Away from it for a little while. Actually working and a lot of this stuff does work. Uh, but it does not move on some things. It does not move. Horn moves. Click this, that moves. And I will show you something. Actually, dynamic brakes actually work. Put my dynamic brake on just setup mode. We'll slow it all the way down. We're going back. But some of it work. Now, what you hear that sound, that is actually train, the whole entire train pushing us ahead or bunching up or stretching out. It bunched up a while ago because all the engines, everything came to the front where I was at, all the force of the way. Oh, you all right over there, buddy? The radio actually works. Uh, get across this crossing. We can go up to 15 miles an hour track speed. It's 15 for right now until we get out of the yard. That sound right there is actually me belling the independent brake off. DC, right? Applied a little bit up, down. I can tell you that the bell and the horn actually works the way it's supposed to. Every time you horn, the bell will come on, and that's realistic. Especially what I do with. Right now we're on flat land, so the grade is 0. Just it's just amazing that stuff that they actually have out here. To me, it is railroad in, and actually some of this stuff is actually true to life. I think it seems like, ain't for sure, that switch one line right. Anyway, we'll keep it at a slow pace, and I'm gonna explain. This is us here. It's 4133. We just don't have a tag. Anyway, what we're gonna do is line this up for us. I have to. And this is kind of realistic. So I don't know everything about all this. A lot of times, what happens is you really have to look at this because this will have this line or whatever for the other train. And for invalid route and why the reason it won't let me do that is because this is not lined to us. You got to click this, make it line to us like so. And after that, you can line yourself out. Make these go green. Uh, actually, I want yellow. We're gonna actually go back to actually it still runs same way, but we actually at 25 miles an hour. There probably was a sign there somewhere that you at 25. Uh, busy trying to do 2 or 3 things. Get a line out the while. What it's doing is actually lining and going through there. This is CTC basically. It's actually lining the switch for us basically. It's making sure it lines all the switch. It's took me a while to figure out that, but anyway, see it lined up for us, and you can click it back and forth. Cause and I want to set this one to yellow. This one's going. We're gonna put this here. Uh, we're gonna put it in the side here, long side, and it's going all the way up. And just to tell you, to be truthful with you about it, I have broke a coupling trying to get top of this right here. Gotta stop. So I'm gonna line this for yellow. Worry about these on the Just that. And always up for us. And go back and get it on the road. It says speed 25. Let's get it on up. But it is realistic. I mean, realistic enough. Probably gonna be 35, 40 minutes. Gonna get up the train speed. So we won't have a delay in the train. It's actually it's pretty realistic. Because it hasn't went to N3 yet. Now it's just going because it takes them a while for the signal to get back there. Actually, kind of, for the most part, realistic. Not gonna blow it all across them, but I'll try. Every time you do that, that bill's just gonna automatically come on. Yeah, right. Every time. You got to click it off. Alerter works, fan works, even the DPU no com, that actually works. And it will go into a penalty, uh, will slip, everything it will do. That's why I said that this is probably where I would say for me, DPU just went out, the comms just went out on it. It's realistic. It does go out sometimes. And it comes back in. Sometimes go out and stays out. So I said right now we're on a 15% grade, which is going uphill, starting to go uphill. We'll leave it at 3, 25. And after we come around the curve, well, now I think it's a little bit further because right now, you want to go where we're at here. This part joins to that. It just got it blowed up. Anyway, we'll take it all the way to here. Then there's a tunnel right. Also, what this simulator does, it also simulates other trains that's spawning. You got a way that you can do all that. Make them spawn at what time you want to, where you want to spawn sometimes, or to say randomly spawn. Spawn a train pretty much where, anywhere. You got a likelihood of where it's going to spawn it to, all that. All the good stuff. In my opinion, from the simulator trains, I only have a train simulator, and I have the other one by Train Sim World. And they are right, but on this, you actually can make your own train, make your own car. I mean, label your own cars. You can go in the yard and work. Do whatever you can do. You service all these industries that we're gonna pass by. You actually service them. So it's all what you make out of it. Here's my alerter. If you don't press the button, it will put the train in emergency. I don't want to put it in emergency because it probably tear loose. Gonna hit all brakes. Anyway, trying to make sure it because on my OBS really kind of I actually zoom in on it all the way. I'm trying to keep it y'all can actually see. You actually can look up there. That's the next green light. Post 314. Again, I go and say I don't know exactly because the line switches ahead, but sometimes it could be the train actually be going that way, whatever way. I don't know how yet to discern, you know, which is which way is it going. And I can go to another subdivision or whatever, and you'll see a train spawn here. I know that it's probably going to it's probably going this way because it's fun. So right now, I don't know exactly where it's going, but I'm gonna give him the green light. Go however far you want to go. Every time it does that, because I got to set to realistic, got to switch back. It won't let you. It won't let you do it on the off screen. Go down. Just a little. But yeah, the rail driver, it's all right, but it could be better. It's just the sensitivity of the switch of the brakes and all that. It's to me that's about it. It's just the sensitivity of the throttle and the reverser and the brakes. Those four are very sensitive. Like at least try it because this rail driver been out for a long time. I just happen to get one because I want to make it realistic as possible or whatever. So, but I tell you, and probably messed this up. So this train is green like this. It's ready to go. Um, to wherever it's going. I don't know where it's going, but I know back this way it's the BNSF Sigelman sub, which there's nothing that I can buy, but I just don't want to. But I think I bought another. Some of them, you have some that come with the simulator when you first start. And when it's green like that, that train is probably moving. Got the Palmdale cutoff where this goes southwest. These all these correspond with this southwest right here correspond with this southwest. D corresponds this D. And uh so if I go back, explain a little bit. As I said, I don't know all about this, know all about this simulator, but showing you what I know about it. I mean, for as far as and I've been had, I just haven't sit down and just I actually just started sit down with about 3 weeks ago. I started playing with it. But does the radio does work, even though I don't have a dispatch. Just say right now is whatever that train is that Linwood, Maine one, spawning basically. And if you want to see the Linwood, Maine, you get very, very familiar with this. You have to find it. Anyway, I want to show you that the UP radio channel is 14 and star 54 to talk to. We won't go in all, but I am going to try to find train is on the move. It's on the move. When it's going to go, matter of fact, it's going to go here and it'll stop right there. I don't know exactly what because I haven't looked exactly where that train is going, but right here, it is right here. It's on the Linwood Main. Probably going back this way. As I said, there's a lot that you can do with this simulator. This call it simulator, whatever you want to call it. I call it simulator because it does simulate pretty good. A lot that you can do with it. Each his own. Right now, I'm just trying to get used to figuring out what's really going on with it. I mean, what I'm saying is direction, match the subdivisions to uh, subdivisions to each other. Like this is yard, one of the yards. We're here. If you keep going, so this goes A and it goes all the way through, and then this B matches up to this B. Get the C and D. It's the Sanborn. You got to match the C with the C, and this go to Sanborn and actually to Barstow. Yes, it is. You click the Barstow, and it'll show you where is it actually going all the way through. Uh, but it is a tunnels. A lot of these are tunnels. Tunnel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to say it has 17 tunnels right here. Tunnels. Uh, if you get here, you want to go to this here, you have to click this Barstow. And go back, it'll say Hinkley here, also, and it'll put you out here. Set there for unrealistic. So that's what happens. And if you want to go back to the Mojave, anyway, let's get out of here and regulate some speed. Get them on up to run 8. We'll try to blow at a few more crossings. Get off. They get off here by 12:30, 11:45 now. We're gonna try to get up to train speed, track speed. Another thing about this is the next signal. It just says it's 2.6 miles away, but it doesn't tell you what it is. Actually, this is supposed to tell you what signal you're running on. I really don't know a lot about them. I haven't had any in our KCS train. Seen them on this NS and all the other train we run too. When you click, actually, when there's alert on, you're supposed to be able to click the horn, and it actually reset. It actually resets it, or put in any notch, or drop a different notch or something like that, and it'll reset it. So it's for the most part, uh, it's actually there's simulation. I don't say if the and for the frame rates, I think it's real good. I know these ain't just the perfect frame rate. I mean, perfect trees and stuff, but this this simulator game, what you want to call it, is not designed for all the aesthetics that you would get on those, you know. And I think that it for the frame rate you get, I think it's actually okay. It's a balance between, well, I want good frame rate to be able to play the game simulator, or is I want to get the understanding. I want to run the train and make this, do this, and do that. And don't get me wrong. Now I'm just running just to give you like an intro to the train, uh, how realistic it is, all that. Shout out to all my KCS guys at the Artesia, Mississippi, uh, which actually is Artesia, Corinth, and Tupelo, all the way down to Meridian, all the way over to Jackson, Mississippi. So all those crews that they're running and doing what they need to do. Now, as you see, kind of slowing down because we actually going uphill. So I'm gonna give it notch is actually a 0.60% grade. This train may not, but the last one, that BNSF train that I had a while ago, it came to a crawl trying to get only 1% grades. Of course, it had way more uh weight on it, whatever. It came to a crawl. We got all engines cut in. Truthfully, we don't have all engines cut in. Yeah, that's actually real. I don't know how the UP is because I've never been on there, but they don't have a subdivision on this run 8 for where we stay at, so got to kind of take it. It's kind of, and I'm grateful that I just got this. These 8 or 9 months, I know pretty much everything. Hopefully, I know everything pretty much about it. But yeah, we trying to get up this hill, and we're gonna put everything on go mode. I get to a place where I can't get the green light. We got it puffing all she can puff. Might get up to 55. Might. You've got your whistle boards. The green light up there ahead of you, so we good to go. Uh, Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's actually a detector. We go across the tip. Make sure that you got, make sure you ain't dropped no cars or something like that somewhere. If it go, make sure you're not speeding or anything going across these detectors. Speeding it all safely. And safety, what matters. But yeah, we kind of gaining speed. Or we trying to? Now, what I'm gonna do right now is if you look at how the train looks outside, further, and you can do this certain ways. This is one way you can do it. You got them puffing. There's just one way you can do it. Other way you can do it is like so. Hit the just got 50 miles an hour. But that's how it looks on the outside. You actually can go all the way up here. Ain't speeding yet. We are still at 49 miles. Uh, just omit a few. They want to go to it. They don't have not a big crossing. What they call rail fanning. Now this light is not lit up for a reason. It hasn't tripped it. What hasn't tripped, so they actually don't light up all the time. Generator or whatever it is, and they light up when sensor catches stuff. Yeah, you can go underground on it. Anyway, do another little roll by. Just trying to still pulling the heat. Still do. I had this here. To a ground level. Reason I'm doing it like that because my alert are probably going off on reset. I hear. But anyway, there's your train. We got to. It's still climbing. That's why it still ain't gaining speed. Still climbing the grade 50. But we rolling. That's the real of it. Yeah, we got to pump an all you can. And here's the thing too. Okay, what the traction motors are doing. Just tell you how on them heat of your traction motor is pulling right now, pulling pretty hard. But don't have a lot of weight, so it's not going to get too high as far as they go. So, in fact, now it does show you that there's a reduction in half a mile to 50 miles now, which we just only up to 42, 43 miles an hour anyway. But it will tell you that when your next system. One thing that I haven't been able to, I mean, and again, I haven't just gotten into this. Uh, realistically, uh, with um, don't quote me on it. Realistic, um, these engines, filling tons is 3,000 to 60, 36 point. It's supposed to be pulling, got all the engines cut in. It's supposed to be pulling way more than this. I have to look up what the 70 ACE, the tonnage of it, look it up because it's realistically, it should be pulling more than this. I got to look it up and just, do a little research on it. Anyway, I think it should be pulling faster. This even got four engines and pulling. I don't know if the dynamics on that are just right or not, but right now we'll take it. So this is us. We're gonna go on this side and then uh this train here is that BN train. Remember, train that was sitting right beside us. So it actually can go well. Actually can go up here and go down main. is already lined, basically, for the way we going. Right now we track speed and actually finna go down a hill, which what you really have to watch. Because I don't know this territory like that. I can see that we're going down the hill and we'll be going up another one. But I can tell you this, we'll put dynamics on. Yeah, it snugs up to it now because it's got dynamics on, but look at it. This is what's happening. This is where we're going up a hill. So you actually can put the fence up. The back is still trying to come up the hill, and the front is already up the hill. But the dynamics on it, I don't think are just all the way, this will change and go all the way up to B4 and slow us down. Usually what it shows is you speed. That right there means that you're speeding. It's when it's whatever color that is, uh not lavender, whatever they call it. Speeding. If you seen it just changed back. So probably got under speed and we'll get out of the dynamics. The dynamic brakes right there, B3. It's supposed to go to setup, but it's like I said, something with this stick here. I mean, uh, with the rail driver, kind of finicky. He'll, he'll go ahead on. Also, one thing about it has a accelerometer on it. But I can tell you, if you snatch your thing back in notch 8, it will come apart. It's really, I don't want to do that. Pretty sure I will eventually. This accelerometer tell you that actually losing speed right now. Basically, what it's losing speed till it turns green. Now you're gonna be gaining 1-2 miles an hour. It's gonna switch because it's still adjusting. Engines still adjusting. All this is pulling. The loads on the different main reservoirs. 137 on the back, 34 on the front. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be down to, you're looking down to 25. I think I really gonna make a difference because we might have to slow down a little bit. I'm thinking about the last one I had, last train, that BNSF with all those motors on it that got down to about 15 miles an hour trying to go up through, actually going up through mountains. And a lot, another thing that works actually, I'll demonstrate it till we, should be, yes. And actually, on some of them, had a detector number or the mile number. Detectors, it actually has the mile number, mile post on some of them. Now, these signals, I have a sheet on them because I work for a different company, and kind of, well, to me, it's kind of simpler or whatever. So, uh, they gonna be kind of a little different. Some of them call gonna be just saying because, but I will read over it and look. As for a signal like this, is not the same for them for this guess we on the UP. That signal, yellow or green, was advanced approach. Uh, but anyway, yeah, it's different for different railroads. Some of them the same, some of them different. But what we're gonna do is go ahead on and get out of it because we got to be at 25 and a half a mile. So even though we're going up a hill, I do try to obey the speed limit. Now, one thing about it is, uh, you do this and you get this thing to actually going down like this. You gotta be very careful because it will go all the way down, and you'll never. It's hard to get it back started going up the hill. So here we are at this going into the side. And so here's my counter. Got a button that I can push that goes make your counter go going down right here. That tell us that we are how long we are at at our length, and it'll count down and let us know that we all the way in the side. But this siding probably 3-4 miles long. I learned that the last time I came through here and broke one in half. Long siding, so gonna come to think that just looking at it is short. Actually, it's real it's long. I don't know if this represents 1 mile. These spaces pretty long side. Will you can't get out and fly? Make sure your lights get out of the cabin. Go and actually go down your track. Like I said, the last train, the big train I brought down here was long, way longer, 6,000 feet. It was heavy. It was all the way loaded. I got the, I got it trying to go up the hill pushing because I don't want to stop. Because when it stopped the last time, Mr. Woods broke it in half. Got to go back there and fix it, and reset your PCS and all that stuff. So I won't try to pull it all the way up, but as I said, the counter 800 and some 800 feet could be in. If I got it on the in in that side, and once that side and clear, you know, other trains can go back. I mean, go by you on the main line over here. So, but this side goes into a tunnel. I mean, it goes right out and then it goes into a tunnel. Now we all in. Not going. I don't have. I'm not used to the break to the everything right now. I don't even have stuff labeled. I can tell you, like I said, and whatever that other sign read, advanced approach is that this supposed to read. I thought that it's supposed to know your signal ahead of you, at least one signal ahead of you, and let you know that seems like I haven't didn't. Don't quote me on this. It seems like it doesn't. It just does when you pass. Uh, and it could very well be a setting on here that tells you your switch ahead of you. I just haven't did enough research. Yeah, but we are a 1%, 1.6% grade right now. And we got it in notch 5. So imagine I don't know how much speed it'll take up at a 1.10. We can see. It's a simulator. Here, right here, we got another. For us, this is the medium approach. We good till we see red. I guess it is. Drop it back down a notch. Like notch 5 is gonna be where we need to get to just again, I try to the relevance of where you're at a lot of times is just here and have a stop sign. So we stop. Imagine be around the corner, next single 1.4 miles. I think the last time I had it, I could change this, go that way. But we don't want to do that. It will, it just still had the same stop sign. Stop. Not gonna mess with it just for not messing up the day as much as I can. Policy, and what are you gonna call it? That was a well, yeah. Like I said, ours is a medium approach. This is approach mediums. It's basically the same thing, in my opinion. But that's the glitch in it. It because the stick itself is kind of goes got to kind of sometimes find your notch. It'll be better if it had a little notch because this is the throttle. If it had little notches that it actually would go in to be in notch 4 or whatever. Because you can actually rip a train apart, whatever. Uh, just from jumping from notch 3 to notch 5, break a coupling or anything. We on a one we on a 1.48, 1.50, so you know it's gonna get a little bit slower. Uh next signal should be this signal, I think, and another one. If not, we're gonna overrun a signal more than likely going 20. It's, it's still 6.6 half a mile around. When these both of these tracks merge and all that, it's not. It's gonna be on around. Actually, I remembered it was a dwarf signal. I'll show you what that looked like when we get to it. Hopefully, we don't run by it. Liked it. I like a lot of things about this. Probably the work. I mean, I ain't gonna say the worst because everything's all right with it. I said the probably the is the worst aspect is probably the rail driver because just calibrating and getting it to act right and all that stuff. It's not hard to do, but it just seems like sometimes it's not accurate. The throttles and those throttles and stuff like that just a little glitchy to the touch. And if you understand what I'm saying, it makes sense. Got a signal coming up. Hope it's not the one that stopped. EP don't went up. And we got a medium, approach signal basically. That means that the signal that we coming to is going to be a stop signal, more than likely. It was hell. Let's see if I find it. Out of my post X on industry tags on. Uh, so if you want to use the so that comes up tunnel one, I'm gonna tell you what a milepost. I'm not well. Sometimes it actually does, or tell you the next where you get into. That's a milepost sign right there, but it actually tells you where you coming up on. So went to this, zoomed out and went on around the corner tunnel. Actually tell you where the tunnel is. Like it actually is doing that, telling you what a tunnel is. So I'm gonna say production is 23 miles, and I don't know if it's 23 miles. I guess that's to go in the tunnel, through the tunnel, maybe. All right. And next signal is at 1 mile. So that's probably gonna be where the tunnel is at. I cross over there and all that. Try to keep it. You gotta understand too that we stopping on a hill, big hill. Truthfully, I haven't even went through a tunnel on this simulator yet. But since I've been an hour and 30 minutes recording, I know you're saying, shut up. I'm just trying to explain thing I can. While, for the first part of it, because talking and all that would be probably at a minimum. No, I won't. I talk a lot. Anyway, uh, it probably I won't probably explain everything. So, as I try to put a few more of these up, these two a month. So, now you can kind of see, uh, or start to see, and for me, I actually on something too late. Facts all come together. A little short. Think so. See that little dwarf sign right there. Only thing about it is you gotta stop because I mean you gotta figure out how to stop because this thing gonna drop and drop. You won't find yourself not getting up to it. I think we got enough. All right. All right, got the brakes applied. Back has stopped moving now. I'm embracing this. And what I'm gonna do is take this to the end of this. Actually, let's do one more thing. We got a stoplight right there, which actually can control here. Is it the light? Click that way. Click green. Go all the way on out to Caliente. That's so. Tell you what I would on this. We will relinquish this train, meaning I don't know if somebody else is gonna take it or not. I ain't gonna say that. I do know somebody probably is gonna AI crew get on it. That's introduction to the. So what we'll do is we AI crew it for your other engineer, and when we AI crew it, what we'll do is open this up and let them go. That's where they end up at. On one, what we're gonna do is green light them all the way. Interesting that they can, and they'll pull on them. So let's go ahead up here. What this is what they're going. I said that tunnel is a good little piece. It just don't look like that way uh, all the way up through here. That's the train going. And the tunnel right there. That's tunnel one. And got a series of tunnels and three, two. Sometimes when you come out of these tunnels, that's you still got another main line, another line because they got to pass and all. I know on one of these things, horseshoe, this one, or which one? Not just really for me, all the way. But them guys are doing a good job. Got it stretched out, wide open. Anyway, what we'll do, you also can transport back. So go here, transport to this train here. White always put me inside that train, inside the train. But anyway, do is this. Go up here, go ahead on and get this train started. Bye. Yes. AI crew it. And we engage. He's gonna start all these in. You'll see that Otto They auto when it started opening all this stuff. He also opened this up for this one that we just got on the KCS 4133. He'll engage and get everything going. A little train. He'll do all the trains. He'll get them going. Sometimes, he it depends. Sometimes this is a one of West Yo, like I got a glimpse of a train through, but it is other be in at Linwood. So like I said, I don't know exactly where all these trains are going to, but they will start uh, spawning. I don't have the San Bernardino sub yet, but probably the next one I get. Did you find my needles? I said needles. I don't have Dickman sub. Bakersfield, which I just bought a couple days ago. Never did any work on. You actually can run Amtrak trains and all that stuff. Anything pretty much that you want to do, pretty much can do it on here. Those all those industries that I passed by, you can work them. They actually have cars where you can take them out, they loaded and empty and all that. So I don't know what everything here. Yeah, our case is 433. It'll pop up down here. Wow. But anyway, it was just an introduction to Run 8. I think I'll get more into it. I haven't left my plane simulator. Uh, but waiting on one plane. It probably won't come to the end of this year. And that's going to be the Boeing 757. Probably do quite a few videos on it. One of my favorite, the first big airlines that I actually flew uh, from Quality Wings. So I'm kind of waiting on that aircraft. Anyway, hope this video is uh, if you a little insight on something on how to do this, how to run this, uh, or just actually just an intro to what I'm doing or whatever. So in the meantime, hope somebody get some more liveries from a train, just like for the where I'm gonna go work for or who merging with is Canadian Pacific. So hopefully I can get a livery, find a livery for it. Right. This Run 8 got they kind of own liveries and isn't it? Don't actually know how it works, but it's a lot of as I've seen, I have seen a lot of folks just redo liveries. Anyway, hope everybody had fun today. I did enjoyed it. Likes, subscribe, comment. I'll be trying to put another video up as soon as I can. Have a great day. God bless.